Okay, as promised, we said we would do a Q&A today of all the questions that you've sent in over the past week. The first question that came in is an excellent question that we should all be thinking about at the minute. And it was, how do we, as parents, encourage our children to have positive mental health? So I want to give you just very quickly 3 things you can do that will help with your children's mental health. One is establish routines. Get routines established again. Lockdown routines went to the wall for everybody, but let's get them back in again. Things like a bedtime, a proper time for sleep, good rest, good eating habits, routine for when they're snacking and when they're eating proper meals, and an exercise routine. When are they out and about? When are they exercising? When are they off screens and actually doing something constructive that is good for their mental health? Second thing that is good is getting outside. Getting outside is super important when it comes to mental health. Taking a walk each day, exercise, but also just to be in nature and just to enjoy your surroundings. So that would be the second thing. Another thing that I should add in, I probably should say this is my secret one, is communication. It is good to chat. Make sure as a family you've worked time into your day that you can actually chat to your children and find out what it is they are concerned about, what it is they're hoping for, what it is they're excited about, anything at all that they want to discuss. All of that is good for their mental health. And positively affirm them yourself. Tell them good things. Encourage them. When they come up with a negative, you come up with a positive. Look after your own mental health as well. Second question was, how can I best encourage my child to love learning? How can I encourage a love of learning in my children? Okay, so here's where to begin with this one. You've got a child and you might think they're bored with school, or they can't be bothered doing their homework, or they're not interested in learning, or they hate opening a book, they don't enjoy reading, they don't want to get involved with their schoolwork at all, they're not engaging. Where do I begin? Here is a tip for where you begin. Begin with what they're interested in and show them that they can learn about that. First of all, before you begin with formal learning, start to talk about what they are interested in. If it's younger children, it may be that it's a cartoon that they're interested in, it may be a movie, it may be a particular video, it may be a game, it may be a particular toy. If it's a teenage child, it may be a book that they are reading interested in, it might be a form of art that they're interested in, a form of theatre, it might be a sport. Whatever it is your child is interested in and that they talk about constantly, that is where you begin. Begin with talking to them about that. Ask them questions about it. Ask them to explain it to you. Pretend you don't know if you do know, so that they have to explain. Ask about it, even if you're sick listening to it. That is the beginning of learning for your child. The beginning of research, the beginning of understanding how to apply knowledge, how to explain something that they have got, that they understand, but you possibly don't. Second thing is love learning yourself. Show your child that learning is fun. Find something new to learn, something new to do. Bake a cake with them. Begin a crocheting project. Start an art project with them. Do something that you've never done before with them and show them that you can learn together, that you're still learning as an adult, that learning is part of everyday life. When you're out and about, walking home from school, in the car, make learning part of your journey. Car journeys can be miserable. If it's primary school age children, games, word games, spelling games. I'm thinking of a word, it begins with this letter and it rhymes with this letter. What word do you think it is? If you can tell me the word and if you can spell it, you get 2 points. 1 point if you only get the word. Who can get the most points by the time the traffic lights turn back to green? Play games in the car, play games on your walk, point out things in nature. All of that information given and receiving is all part of learning, and it will all encourage your child to be a thinker, to be looking at the world around them and to be thinking about learning. Then tackle the formal learning. What subject at school do they love? Ask them questions about it. Don't start with the subject that they hate. Don't start with the subject that they're disengaged from or that they're struggling with. Start with the one that they are good at and they enjoy, and ask them each day, how did that go today? What did you do on that today? Ask them questions about it. Allow them to explain. Teenagers love to think that they know more than their parents, so allow them to explain their ideas to you. Ask their opinions. Ask their opinions on the news, politics, on social media, on issues that are going around social media. Give them a voice to speak to you about their opinion. Even if you think their opinion is ridiculous, listen to it and allow them to express it. Because again, that is all part of their learning. It's part of them realizing that what they gather as knowledge, they can use. And it gives them a sense that actually learning is worthwhile, learning is useful, learning gives me a voice. Now, I hope that's been informative. And we will tackle some more questions next week. If you have anything else in the meantime that you would like to talk to us about, get in touch through our Facebook page, our website. We will be happy to give you a call or to send you an email or a message. Thank you for coming on today.